Good morning. I'm John Ellsworth, the founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and the creator of the Success Strategies Advantage. And I want to welcome you to this presentation from Next Level Thinking. This is really entitled KPIs and Profitability. And during a recent interview that I did for the Dairy Business Online publication with Joel Hastings, I said that there is a direct correlation between some key performance indicators, and more specifically, pregnancy rate and days in milk were really profitability indicators. And before you call and say, that's definitely an accounting 101 violation, John, you shouldn't be making those statements, let me explain to you what I'm referring to. I'm not trying to take anything away from the accounting industry. Accountants do a fabulous job, do great work for you, and however, what they do is really an accurate reflection of your historical performance. And that's important. In fact, it can provide the basis for future planning. And so that's all good. And I'm not taking anything away from them. But in actuality, your financial statement that comes from your accountant is like your report card. And I want to give you some insight, some specific steps you can take so you do better on the upcoming exams or tests that lead to your final score that's on your report card. So I think we're going to give you some inside information on how to do that. I've spent the last 20 years, a little over 20 years actually, doing a lot of my newest clients have always been turnaround situations. Did they have financial challenges? Yes, absolutely, they had financial challenges. And it wasn't always because of what was going on in the industry, but they just had financial challenges. But I'd like to point out that they also had managerial challenges, managerial issues that they needed to deal with. These KPIs are called key performance indicators for good reason. They can be a direct correlation with your actual financial performance. The two in particular that I'd like to talk about are the pregnancy rate and days in milk. And the question I would ask is, do you consistently have a pregnancy rate at 25% or better? If so, bravo, good for you. Keep it up, that's fabulous. It'll make you more profitable than being under 25%, particularly when you get down in the teens. And all herds have at some point because of heat, extreme heat conditions, humidity, things like that. That stuff happens. The key, though, is to keep that pregnancy rate consistently above 25% if you can. And I'm talking about 12-month running pregnancy rate. Because high pregnancy rate essentially tells you one thing. We have a lot of pregnancies in your herd, and what comes from pregnancies? It's more fresh cows. What comes from fresh cows? More milk. And milk, the more milk you sell, the better your cash flow is going to be in general. The days in milk consistently being 160 to 170 days, not 210 days part of the year, and 155 days another part, for an average of 160 to 170, but rather consistently being in that. And you can get there. I have clients that are doing this on a consistent basis, and frankly, they cash flow better than those clients that don't. So what if you're not there yet? I've told you what you need to do. That's fabulous, you're saying, so how do I get there? Let me suggest there's a few steps. If you're not there yet, talk to those that don't understand programs like a double OBSYNC program. I'm not advocating double OBSYNC. I'm not saying it's the only way you can get there, but I can tell you from my experience with my own clients, it's one of the most effective ways for people to get a high pregnancy rate consistently and have consistent days in milk in that 160 to 170 days in milk throughout the whole year. Talk to your vet. Talk to other dairymen. Effectively, the most important thing you want to do is talk to people that are, what I would say, in the know, people that have done it, not dreamers, but doers, people that have actually done that. And I think the importance of this whole presentation and the content herein is this. Efficiency, high efficiency, and high performance measures are going to lead you to greater levels of profitability. Pregnancy rate and days in milk are just two of these measures, and all of these KPIs, or key performance indicators, will be crucial to your future success. And just in case you're wondering why that is, Let me throw out a couple of reasons. Milk price volatility. I expect we'll see milk price volatility for the rest of our lives. We're in a new market, we're in a world market, and there's so many factors that can impact milk prices. So volatility of milk prices is one factor, one reason to get on top of this scenario. Number two, how about feed price variability, or just as significantly, the availability of certain feed items. That's going to be something that we deal with. Our climatic change may be occurring. I'm not an expert on that by any means, but with that in mind, we're seeing different things in different areas of the country. Heavy rains, high temperatures, low temperatures, all different kinds of things. How about trade wars? We're facing some of them right now, particularly with China, and I think those can be a factor for your profitability as well. How about this one? How about labor challenges? I hear this everywhere I go in the U.S. We have the lowest unemployment rate we've had in, heavens, I don't know, 30 years. But the point is, we're having labor challenges because the millennial age is a different group of employees to deal with, and the availability of these people could be greatly reduced. So ultimately, my point is this. Let's stack the odds in your favor. Because what it comes down to, if milk prices are low, for example, but you have these KPIs working in your favor with a lot of fresh cows and a high pregnancy rate, reasonably low days in milk, 160 to 170 days. If milk prices are low, you, in comparison to those that don't have these KPIs under control, will be shipping a lot more milk and hopefully can make up some profitability on the basis of volume. And worse yet, on the flip side of that, if milk prices are low, I'm sorry, I said it backwards, pardon me. If milk prices are low, you'll be able to boost your profitability somewhat. But if milk prices are high, as they are today, as I record this in the second half of 2019, they're high and rising. It's time to cash in, and you can do that today. So ultimately, the message is this. Sharpen your KPIs. Your year will be far better for it. We will be cheering for you as you come across the finish line. Again, I'm John Ellsworth with Success Strategies, the founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and the creator of the Success Strategies Advantage, and I thank you for tuning in today. Thank you very much.